9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
SFL night, let's go. Midnight glow, time to rise. SFL nights on the starry skies. AJ Striker, feel her heat. The sultry voice, so silky sweet. Whispers in the air, lights down low. Bubbly charm, let the stories flow. In the league where dreams unite. Ashley's got you, hold on tight. Under her lights, SFL players shine bright. AJ's on you in the spotlight. From the field to the mic, Ashley's in the know. SFL nights, get in the down low. In the game, she's making plays. Arizona's queen, me leading the way. A community ambassador, off the field, laying on hands, see it all get healed. From the huddle to the show, Ashley's got that infectious glow. Interviews that make you sway. In her presence, you wanna stay. SFL players shine bright. AJ's here for you with a spotlight. From the field to the mic, Ashley's in the know. SFL nights, get in the down low. SFL night, let's go. Midnight glow. SFL night, let's go. Midnight glow. From the huddle to the show, Ashley's got that infectious glow. Interviews that make you sway. In the presence, you under her lights. SFL players shine bright. AJ's here putting you in the spotlight. From the field to the mic, Ashley's in the know. SFL nights, getting in the down low. SFL players shine bright. AJ's here putting you in the spotlight. From the field to the mic, Ashley's in the know. SFL nights, getting in the down low. Take turns tonight. Let's go. Turn down those lights. It's Ashley's turn to make you feel so right. As the conversation is about to ignite, it's always SFL nights. Let's go.
What is up? What is up? What is up, SFL Nation? Welcome back to SFL Nights with AJ Striker. Thank you so much for joining me today or tonight or whenever you decided to hit that play button or turn on that radio dial. I really appreciate it, y'all. And I'm going to let you know right now that you're going to see me do a little dab every now and again because it is currently 90 degrees in my house. My AC is out and I live in the desert. Said they're going to get to me as soon as possible. But y'all can send some prayers and some water and some cool weather my way, please. But tonight I do have a great show planned for you this evening. I have some very special guests that haven't been on the show in a long time. They've actually added one more to the party. So I'm really, really excited to bring my guests on. Not going to say who it is quite yet because I kind of want to leave that for another part of the show. But I do have something special going on this evening. Bringing back something that I did a long time ago. And I was a little nervous about bringing it back because I talk to people all the time. But there's something about reading, in public that sometimes gets to me. But I will be doing SFL Story Time. So just so everyone understands how it works. SFL Story Time is basically an interview that I conduct as a written interview. And I take this interview, about 6 questions, right? And I turn it into this whole secret spy 007, well, in my case, it's 009 type thing where I'm just going to different places in the world and meeting up with these people to have this interview to bring them back to the league to be a member. But I have like adversaries and everybody trying to stop me. So you're going to actually get a chance to hear that tonight. And, it's had to dust off the cobwebs a little bit, but I have fun writing it. I had fun performing it. So I hope you have fun listening. But let's go ahead and get started off with my week 11 reviews. So I kind of touched on this a little bit last week. I don't have my banner. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. So I touched on this last week when the games had started because the show was actually on Saturday. So I had already announced Friday's games and this week was a very tough week, Pickems wise for me. A lot of y'all got mad, and y'all said, "Nah, Ashley, let me move this banner out the way. Ashley's gonna be wrong this week." And was I ever? I think this is probably the worst week that I've ever had in Pickems for SFL. And let me go ahead and bring this back up. Okay, so this week I actually got 5 right and 7 wrong, bringing it up to a total of 67 right and 34 wrong on the season. And just so you know, and if you're new, all of my picks are in gold. My original picks are in gold. The ones that I got right are in green, and the ones that I got in fuchsia, I got wrong. So, yeah, I got a few of them. A couple of them I kind of figured was going to go the way it did, but this first one that I'm going to announce definitely didn't go the way I thought it would. Week 11 review is as follows. The Carolina Skyhawks took on the Baltimore Vultures, and when I tell you Carolina won 45-28, I don't think they've ever won in their franchise against Baltimore. So kudos, congratulations to that. Or maybe if I'm wrong, y'all let me know in the comment section. Pittsburgh Riverhawks took on the Albuquerque Adams, where Albuquerque won in a big way, scoring 63-17. The Canton Classics took on Los Angeles Vikings, where Canton wins 24-10. Houston Headhunters battled the Indianapolis Ramblers, where Houston went on to win in an overtime battle 23-20. If you did not catch these games, please go back and watch them on Simulation Football League's YouTube page. And you can also get direct links from simfl.net as well. So, Houston being one of those games, I definitely suggest you watch. The Lexington Miners took on the Minnesota Legends, where Minnesota went on to win 16-13. And it is funny because I actually have representatives from both of those teams in the building tonight for my Dynamic Duels podcasts. So it should be very interesting. I didn't even realize that when I was scheduling them, they were going to be together. So this should be interesting. Louisiana Revolution taking on the Fort Worth Toros, where Toros went on to win 20-6. Denver battled DC, where DC won in a big way, 44-14. The Atlanta Swarm took on Nashville Tempo, where, oh no, wait a minute. Atlanta wins 22-14. Chicago battles Motor City V8s. Motor City almost pulled it out, but Chicago took the win 37-34. Bossier City Steamers took on Charleston, where Charleston wins 34-20. Mexico City's battle the Queen City Corsairs, where Mexico wins 23-10. And lastly, oh man, this was definitely tough to watch here. As y'all can see, let me go ahead and take this off because I don't want people to say, oh man, she was hiding her face and I didn't see her reaction. Yeah, Arizona Scorpions lost second game in a row to Florida Storm, 27-17, man. And that was, I knew that it was going to be a tough battle anytime we played Florida. In whether it's playoff contention, whether it's just a regular game, it's always lemon booty time. And Mighty actually coined that phrase. I can't take responsibility for that one, but you are always sitting there clenched up, don't know what's going on. You're tense. Your watches are going off. High blood pressure ratings. And this was a really good game to watch. Again, if you guys missed any of these games, just check them out on Simulation YouTube's page. Now, I see that my guests have arrived in the back. I'm going to go with my segment for SFL Storytime, and then I'm going to bring up my guests after that. So, guys, let me know how you like it in the comments. Like I said, this has been the last time I believe I did an SFL Storytime was 2019. So I am kind of nervous. But y'all, let me know how you like it, okay? Now, this interview features Mr. Jason Miller. He is an SFL contributor. I've actually wanted to have him on the show, like with his face and everything, but he likes to stay hidden behind the fedora and the pin, so I'll just leave it alone for that. But y'all enjoy. Memoirs of an SFL Agent. 009 in Porta Vellatara. The sun set over the beautiful blue waters of the Porta Vellatara as I stepped off the SFL private jet. My steely gaze swept over the palm trees, swaying in the breeze, while thoughts replayed in my head about what we had just been through. By my side was my trusted bodyguard, Kenyatta, a hulking figure of power and precision, every bit as sharp as I was. Our mission was simple: rendezvous with Jason Miller, a long-lost SFL contributor who had gone dark only to re-emerge from the shadows with vital intel. I wore a sleek, black, bulletproof catsuit which hugged my form while allowing for full flexibility, a pair of diamond-studded earrings that were bombs that can take out blocks, and a platinum bracelet with strangle cord. Also, I had black stiletto heel boots that were made with knives in the heel, along with a pair of black sports sunglasses provided by Agent Q. Kenyatta wore a tailored black three-piece suit cut from rare bulletproof fabric, gold cufflinks, and a leather belt with custom buckles that concealed weapons of his own, alligator skin loafers, and a Rolex watch, complete with weapons as well. We left our meeting in a sleek midnight black Aston Martin DB11 Valentine with twin-turbo V12 engines, the epitome of luxury and high performance. The meeting point was La Capella Restaurant, perched on the Melachon Boardwalk. The restaurant, famed for its breathtaking views of the Pacific, was known for its exquisite dishes as well as for its privacy. As we entered the La Capella, the soft hum of the violins greeted us. I spotted Jason at the corner table overlooking the ocean, his face obscured by the brim of his fedora. Jason opted for a more understated but no less luxurious ensemble. He donned a navy blue cashmere blazer, paired with tailored black trousers and a crisp white shirt underneath. His accessories included a pocket square with a platinum insignia and a pair of handcrafted Oxfords from New York. His fedora, his signature piece, was made from the finest rabbit felt in Spain. We walked over to Jason and greeted him, who was pleasantly surprised to meet us. "I have taken the liberty of ordering for you," said Jason. "How did you know what I wanted?" I asked. "Trust me, I've done my research on you, Striker," said Jason. While we waited for our food, I began the interview. How important is written content for the SFL community? I think any content, let alone written content, is important for the SFL community. Each week, people want to know what the media thinks about the past week, any upcoming stories, and the week ahead. The decline in content in this league is real, and it's being just being a media member only, you can see the engagement of the league decline in my eyes. Jason, why did you stop creating content for a while, then suddenly reemerge? You know, that's a great question. I am a freelance reporter for other networks. With the stuff going on overseas, I was assigned to a few stories that kept me out in the field and not able to check on the SFL. Once I was finally done with those assignments, I was able to come back to the States and get back into my passion project of the Miller Report. What challenges do you face in covering esports compared to the traditional sports, especially in terms of storytelling and audience engagement? To me, esports and sports really are one and the same. I treat Miller Reports just like Bob Ryan did when he worked for the Boston Globe, or Rich Riley did for SI. It's sports. We love sports. And hopefully the words we write show that we love the sports that we cover. I can go to the NFL, the IFL, MLB, or any SFL game with no issue on covering that sport. So as a journalist, how do you approach the coverage of rumors or questionable information? What criteria do you use to assess their legitimacy? I get text messages all the time from people about things behind the curtain of the SFL. I have my little birdies that I totally trust. Those people are on the posts of all things SFL. So if they confirm it, then I know it's legit. If not, then I will go directly to the source and just simply ask. The worst they can say is no, right? Indeed. What impact do you think major sponsors or corporate partnerships have on the authenticity and the culture of the SFL? I love seeing the SFL teams and the league get sponsorships. And if it can generate interest from people outside the SFL, then I am all for it. So how do you deal with the backlash that you get sometimes as a content creator? I mean, if you don't get any backlash from people about your articles, then you're doing the job all wrong in my eyes. If I can give a coach harsh criticism and he goes out and wins 3 in a row because he's trying to prove a point, then I think the backlash was worth it. I like writing stuff that then coaches get mad about and then try to prove me wrong. That is the high I get from being the official reporter of the SFL. Lastly, what ethical changes have you encountered while covering an SFL, such as conflicts of interest or player privacy when writing your articles? Being just a reporter being just a reporter and not associated with any team has no challenges whatsoever. If I was associated with a team, then I would probably have some issues. I mean, hell, really, if I was associated with anyone, I would probably write the same way as I do now, AJ. People love the way I write because I give it to them straight. I always will, as long as I have air in my lungs. And with that, I concluded the interview. The menu arrived, a selection fit for royalty. Perfectly aged Wagyu ribeye, paired with truffle-infused mashed potatoes, rested alongside a lobster tail drizzled with saffron butter. In 1976 Chateau Lafayette Rothschild Cabernet Sauvignon. And for dessert, a delicate tiramisu adorned with gold leaf and fresh berries. As we dined, Jason leaned in, speaking in hushed tones. Gordon's back. He knows you're here, AJ, and he's furious, and he wants you alive. The name struck a chord. Gordon, a ruthless adversary I've outwitted before, was back for revenge. Just as we finished our final bite of our luxurious feast, Kenyatta noticed something unnaturally moving in the far end of the boardwalk. We're being watched, Kenyatta whispered. We exited the restaurant and strolled along the beach under the guise of leisure. But from behind the set of palm trees, Gordon's men sprang into action, armed and dangerous. Shots rang out, cutting through the night air. Kenyatta moved like a predator, disarming one assailant, and I ducked for cover, my own gun drawn. Jason, no stranger to danger, managed to evade the first wave of attackers. From the shadows emerged Gordon himself. A cruel smile played on his lips. Agent number 9, always one step ahead, but not this time. A fierce gunfight ensued, bullets ricocheting off stone walls as Kenyatta, Jason, and I defended our position. The odds were against us, but we fought like warriors, swift, precise, and deadly. Realizing that we were outnumbered, I had to make a call. Jet skis, I said, pointing to the 2 sleek Yamaha machines anchored near the shore. Kenyatta covered Jason and I as we sprinted towards the water. In a daring move, I fired a shot that clipped Gordon's shoulder, forcing him to retreat momentarily. We jumped onto the jet skis and the engines roared to life. The chase was on. Gordon's men followed. With their own jet skis splashing through the waves, we zigzagged along the surf, dodging incoming fire, while Kenyatta on the second jet ski laid down cover with pinpoint accuracy. As we rounded the cove, an unmistakable sound of helicopter blades cut through the air. It was a corporation extraction team, led by Commissioner Cameron Irvine. With a final burst of speed, Jason and I were lifted from the water as Gordon's men was closing in. Kenyatta followed with his strong arms gripping the rescue cable as we soared through the night sky. Below us, Gordon watched helplessly as his prey slipped through his fingers once again. Safe aboard the helicopter, I turned to Jason. Looks like you owe me one. Jason smirked, adjusting his hat. Dinner was on me. I think we're even. As the helicopter ascended into the clouds, the lights of the Porta Velatara fading beneath us, I knew the mission was far from over. Gordon wouldn't stop until I was in his grasp again. But for tonight, the victory was mine. Next stop, SFL headquarters. I really hope that y'all enjoyed that. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've done that. I know you kind of heard some of the stumbling and everything, but I am very curious to know what you thought. If this is a segment that I should keep continuing to do, or maybe every now and again, just put your comments in the comment section. I'm going to pay homage quickly to our sponsors for Lucy Red Energy Drinks. And I'll be right back. If you have not tried Lucy Red, you should definitely give them a try. Fantastic product. And hopefully I'll be actually getting some more samples coming out soon so I can try them on the show and maybe even send out some as a gift. But right now we're going to pay tribute to our sponsors. Come on, video.
Are you ready?
3 Lucy Reds, please.
Are you ready?
Lucy Red, the energy is amazing.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso. Move it up, down, left, right, oh, switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me espresso. I can't relate to desperation. Might give a damn, or on vacation. For you.
All right, a little bit of Sabrina Carpenter in the building. Love that song, man. Love that song. She also has another one out. I can't think of the name of it, but she was talking about "Don't Embarrass Me." Oh man. Oh my God. That was hilarious. I can't say the rest of it, at least not on this show, but classic. But without further ado, I am bringing up my guests. So now we are on to our dynamic duos and trios podcast, where I am bringing up, here we go, the Meerkats representing the Minnesota Legends, and Alex and Zena West representing the Lexington Miners that just had a game. I promise I didn't play it.
We're not talking about it. We're not talking.
Well, man, thank y'all so much. I want to thank y'all so much for taking the time out to join me tonight on this special occasion. I like featuring couples. I like featuring families, especially when they're involved in the games together, or when you're supporting someone that's constantly in the league, constantly, giving a lot of time to it. So I just kind of have a few questions for all of you, but I want you guys to first accompany me in making your selections for week 12. Now, as y'all can see, my information is in gold already, so I can't go back on what I've chosen, but I'm curious to know what you guys think. So first up, Friday night spotlight game. I mean, the only game on Friday night. I mean, Cam just made sure we had the spotlight. DC Dragons taking on the Arizona Scorpions, and of course, going for Arizona, go for the home team, but you have to be a lot more cognizant, a lot more careful on what we're doing out there, because we're already coming off 2 losses, and you don't want to go into it with a third one. So I'm wondering, Alex, what are your thoughts?
It's one of the games that has some of the hallmarkings of a trap game for Arizona. If you guys weren't sharp and on your game, and you've got 2 losses, so I don't know, how sharp are you? How on your game are you? If the Scorpions that were at the start of this season, for the majority of this season, show up, then you guys should be home laughing. Y'all are at home. This should be a game you win, so just don't give up a bunch of turnovers, and you're in the money. I think Arizona wins it.
Okay. Zena, any thoughts, my love?
I think I have to agree with him based on I kind of watch over his shoulder when he does his broadcasting from time and again. And generally he's right on the money most of the time.
Okay. Love it. Love it. Angela, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to go with Arizona. I'll support you on this one, and hopefully you pull out or able to get this win this week.
Hopefully. I mean, they did score 44, so we're going to have to, stop that. So, Derek, what are your thoughts?
DC. No, I'm going Arizona.
All right, then. And Chloe? Arizona. Chloe is new to, well, you're not brand new to the SFL, but you're definitely new to the show. So big shout out, big love to you, my dear. Welcome. And big love to you too, Zena, because both of you guys are actually brand spanking new to the show. So I appreciate you guys for both being here.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So next up, and I see some comments in the chat. I promise I'll get to those in a minute. Vancouver Legion taking on the Minnesota Legend. West versus Central, Saturday, September the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. These games can be found on Simulation Football League's YouTube page. So, Derek, who do you have on this one?
I wonder.
Probably Minnesota. I mean, maybe even by a large margin.
Oh, how large of a margin? We talked. Hold on, let's put that back up there.
I mean, you know what? Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to get my first pick of the year. I haven't gotten a single pick this year. This is going to be the game.
Oh, okay. Well, Vancouver does like to throw, so that you might be right on that. Angela?
Man wants the ball hawk. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm obviously going to pick us and hope that we get some more sacks. Our defense shows up and like they have been the last 2-3 weeks, and just keep that ball away from. Yeah, so good.
Definitely.
Chloe? Yeah, I'm sure. But you two, Angela and Chloe, y'all have been feasting. I've seen it. And I was like, oh, that is scary. You got a tandem like that, mother and daughter. And they're probably, I can only imagine y'all sitting there watching the game real life. Come on, how you missed that? That's some BS. I can just imagine.
Oh, yeah, 3 sacks last game.
See what I'm saying? Crazy. Gotta watch
We're
out.
not
y'all.
talking about it. We're not talking about it.
Well, I mean, we might have
But
to cover
very
it.
seriously, you gave Kenny Slider. You made Kenny Slider have to be in the ice bath for an hour.
Yeah, they do that. They do that. But Alex,
This is easy.
Yes.
This is easy. As much as Brett, Killian, and the gang are not going to be happy that we're bashing them, Vancouver's 0-4 on the road this season, and the Legend are 4-0 at home. This writes itself.
Minnesota it is. Zena, any input, my love? You got it?
Honestly, I feel like a parrot, but Alex is right.
Well,
Cool.
we did go to Parrot Mountain.
Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Riverhawks taking on the Baltimore Vultures. Battle of the North, September 28th, also at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. This should be a very good game. Not for, okay, let me just be, okay. It should be a very good game for Pittsburgh to try different schemes on to see what could work for them, because this would be the first win for them in the season if it does happen. Whether it's actually going to happen against Baltimore, who was very angry that they lost to Carolina Skyhawks 45-28 last week, I doubt that Pittsburgh win this game, but you never know any given sim day. So, Alex.
So I'm gonna fact check you.
Please do.
And
Please
then I'm
do.
gonna let Zena actually answer first, because Pittsburgh is not a winless team. They have exactly one win.
I missed it.
Yeah, they are 1-8 so far on the season.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, love.
That's okay. Meanwhile, Baltimore's, what is it, babe?
6-3.
Yeah. What's your guess?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Baltimore.
Division rivals. What do you want? Some of the slates are a little lopsided, but others are more competitive.
Definitely. I like that Zena. She coming in with the facts. I love that too. Love it.
I like statistics.
Oh, so that means you need to be joined. We'll talk about that in a minute. Chloe. Chloe, who do you have? You got Baltimore, or you got Pittsburgh winning their second game of the season? Baltimore, yeah. Pretty much the same consensus with you two, Angela and Derek.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
think Baltimore wants to make a statement after the last game.
Yeah, that was very unexpected. Canton Classics taking on the Nashville Tempo, North versus the East. 9:00 p.m. Eastern on Saturday should be a good game to watch. I'm going to go for Canton. They are just playing lights out. I mean, I believe, of course, Alex is going to let me know. I believe they only have one loss.
Yeah, that's correct.
So it's tough to beat them. They figured out something last season, and it's carried over this season, except, of course, game one. But I think that they're going to win this on the road. So, Alex, same?
I want to see Nashville put up a fight, and I would love to see them actually beat Canton's second loss. But while the heart says Nashville, the head says Canton. I don't see the Classics dropping this one unless everything goes wrong for them and everything goes right for the Tempo. Canton's just another juggernaut that I fully expect to see push their way to the very least a conference championship game, if not the championship game again this year, with how they are looking so far. There's still a few teams that they could lose to, but Nashville is not feeling like one of them.
No, they're too even right now with their win-loss record, because they're 5-4. So I don't think they're going to get a 6-4. It's more likely that Nashville will be 5-5.
Yeah.
I like it. From the Meerkats, what we got?
I'm gonna go with Canton. That's my pick.
Yeah, I don't see Cam losing this game.
Okay. I mean, it's like you were saying earlier, Alex. It is some of these. It is lopsided, you know. But you never know. You never know at the end of the day. Queen City Corsairs taking on the Louisiana Revolution, North versus the South. Again, last game on Saturday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. I am going for Louisiana. I think Queen City is still trying to figure things out, especially since they were missing a lot of pieces, a lot of vital pieces. I think that that's just something they just couldn't really recover from. So picking them.
It's a reloading year.
Yeah, it's too late for them to do anything about it now.
Yeah.
Indeed. Same.
Yep,
Yeah,
Louisiana.
I mean, I think it might be closer than you think, but Louisiana's going to win it.
What, by 3? 3 or 7?
7.
7?
Yeah.
If Queen City were at home, I could see it being 7, but with Louisiana being at home, I think it's going to be. I think Gerald will be very, very, very upset to see only 7. He's going to want 10 plus.
It would be interesting to see if we're going to be right about that. All the action starts tomorrow, Friday. But Sunday, the Indianapolis Ramblers will be taking on the Chicago Warriors. Good game to watch, battle in the Central. Chicago, it did just come off a really good win. But for some reason, I just feel, again, this might be my heart over my head type deal, but I think Indy is going to come out victorious over this. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game, though. But I think that they're going to wind up either scoring a field goal at the last minute or it's going to go into overtime.
Yeah, as much as it hurts me to say this, I really think Indy's going to win it. And it's gross coming out of my mouth saying that Ramblers might win because they just are not our friend. But that's who I'm picking. I'm sorry.
I have no qualm saying that Chicago's going to win this.
I was wondering how that was going to be the reaction. Chloe, who you got with me?
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago? Okay. Uh-oh. We're going to see who's right over there. Uh-oh, Zena and Alex.
Listen, it feels wrong going against my own affiliate team.
Yeah, because you are on the minor league squad for the Warriors.
But I just don't see it. It could be a slugfest, but I still don't see it. I just don't see it. Sorry.
Well, I mean, you gotta take that up with the bosses, but it is what it is. Indy is they do have Indy is ahead of the Warriors in record. They're 1 game behind Lexington in the division now, or like half a game behind. So I would really hate to see Indy win. I would love to see Chicago win, and that's where I'm going to leave it because I'm not going to put any sort of juju out that lets the Ramblers take one.
Yeah, got it.
For the sake of your own team.
For the sake of my own squad,
Yeah.
Charleston Predators taking on the Carolina Skyhawks, battle in the East. 6:45 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Good, should be a good game to watch. I think these teams are fairly matched. I think that the way that Carolina played, though, the way they played Baltimore, they played smart football. So if they can duplicate that performance, I think they'll take home this home game win. So what are your thoughts?
Carolina's at home again.
Yes.
They're 4-0 at home. That is huge for them overall. They have definitely struggled to win games away so far this season. So for that not to be a challenge they have to overcome, I think makes them a heavy favorite here. It's not that Charleston is bad by any means. They've got on paper they've got the better record, but the East is a dogfight right now, and this is where the pack is really going to start to separate itself. But because Carolina's at home. I think that squad can do it, especially I expect to see a lot from recently inducted Hall of Famer Chris Curtis. I think he might catch 100 yards.
Okay. Oh,
It's quite the prediction.
I mean, hey, what can I say? I like the guy. I want good things for him.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree. I think if it were an away game, their evenness in terms of their record would probably be in favor of Charleston. But since it's a home game, I think Carolina's going to do fine.
all right then. Love it. Angela.
I'm gonna go with Carolina at home.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a really good game, actually, a really good game. But I will go with Carolina as well.
All right. Chloe, rounding it out. Carolina.
Carolina.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's see here. Fort Worth Toros taking on the Bossier City Steamers. Battle in the South. Also on the 29th at 9:00 p.m. Eastern. I'm going for Fort Worth. It's going to be an away game, but they're just the dominant team in this matchup.
They're monsters. Their
record is better, and their playing is better.
Yeah, they also kicked our teeth. They also kicked the Miners' teeth in on week 1. Like I say, kicked our teeth in. We were hanging close until the fourth quarter, and then they just obliterated us. But they're tough. They're really tough. They've been in the finals. I think they were in the finals. What was it, last year? They had that 14-0 season right up until they dropped the championship game. Oh no, it was this year before last. Excuse me. They're a tough squad, and I think that Bossier City is getting there, but they're not there this year. They will be there next year, especially with how their secondary is growing. They've got a lot of kids on the. I say kids. They've got a lot of players on the dev squad this year that are in their secondary. Michaela Foraker comes to mind.
Yes.
There's a few other members in that secondary that are still rounding into form, and they have some pieces. So with one more year, I would say that this would be a game that the Steamers would be able to do, despite the Toros' favored record. But they need a few more weeks of progression, just a few more weeks, and they'll be crazy.
Okay. Chloe?
You think Fort Worth or Bossier City?
What do you think?
Bossier City. Oh.
Okay. You pulling that upset.
Mhm.
That's going to be an upset, I'm telling you. So Chloe has Bossier City taking the upset. And then Derek and Angel.
I think I'll go with Fort Worth. I mean, they're playing really well right now.
Yeah, I'll go Fort Worth as well. So we'll see if Chloe's right.
Okay. Because I'm telling you, somebody need to give you a gold star or something if you get that one, love. I'm telling you. All right. The Denver Night Wings will be taking on the Motor City V8s battle West versus Central Division. 9:15 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. That will be the last game on Sunday. I have Denver winning this one. So what say you, Alex and Zena?
This one, I'm going to go against you. I'm actually going to call Motor City at home. They've pulled off a couple of wins this season, but only a couple of wins. But those wins have come at home. So overall, I think that they clearly play the best when they're in home confines. I think that they really want to win this one just so they can try and get their home record up to 3-3. And Denver is a weak enough team on paper, especially with the new coach, especially with the new coaching staff, still adjusting to what this league does, how it runs, and what the demands of a squad are, and what the playbook is, and what the playbook's modifications week to week is like. I just think this is one where Motor City has a real chance and they can jump on it.
All right then. Interesting. Zena, you had anything to add there before I move on to Angela? And
Not really. He kind of took the words right out of my mouth.
I love it. So I know y'all are right for each other because y'all finish each other's sentences.
And sandwiches.
And sandwiches.
And there you go. All right. So, Angela.
I'm going to go Denver for this week.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going Motor City for pretty much the same exact reasons. I think Motor City is a better team than they've shown, and I think they can pull this one out.
All right. Oh, Chloe, whose side you got?
Motor City.
Oh, this is interesting. I love it. All right, then. There's no right or wrong answers. All of this is a guess, and I feel like I got to say this too. I always try to say this on my show, guys. We're just having fun. Just because we didn't choose your team, it doesn't mean I want you to bite our heads off.
Except for Indianapolis and Chad. Come for me, Chad.
Come for them. Last game of the week was Monday night, September the 30th. The Houston Headhunters will be taking on the Mexico City Aztecs. Mexico will battle in the South, but Mexico City will be at home at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. I chose Mexico City to win this game, even though Houston has been showing they have been showing prowess. That's kind of like a pick 'em for me, honestly, because either one of them, they both have the potential to do great things. I just think that Mexico City being at home is going to be like that home field advantage kind of thing. It's going to take place. But Chloe, what are your thoughts? Do you think that Mexico City will win or Houston Headhunters?
Mexico City.
All right, then. Angela?
I'm going to go with Mexico City as well.
Okay.
It was
Derek?
They actually drafted me originally, and so I'm going to go with them.
Gotcha. Derek?
Listen, I got nothing but love for Mexico City, but I'm going with Houston on this one.
Oh, wow. You just things up all day, huh?
I don't know. I think Houston. I think a lot of people are thinking that Mexico State's gonna win this one, but I think Houston gets the upside here. I think they're playing well, and yeah, I think they got this one.
I told you it was a very difficult one, so I totally agree why you would think that. So Zena and Alex,
I think it's got to be Mexico. They've got home field advantage right now, and Houston's just been losing in, like the majority of their away games. So I think just for that alone, it's got to be Mexico.
It's going to have to be a disaster day for Mexico City for Houston to win. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I don't see it happening here. Not with the Aztecs being on a 3-game win streak. They've got more. They've scored double the points that their offense has scored double the points that their defense has allowed. They are one of the better teams this season. It's been a great turnaround for them compared to last year. And as insufferable as Mike Daggs is when he wins, I think that he might win here.
All right, then. Well, it's going to be some interesting ball games to watch. I'm planning on tuning into all of them, and we're going to see how right we are. Chat acknowledgements. Looks like Eddie is in the building, so it looks like Streets Are Talking is over with. So thank you for being here, Eddie, for coming over. Robert Henson is in the building. What's going on, Robert? Actually, Robert, you and your wife could have been on here too. I'm going to do this again, and you got to have Portia on here. You and Portia got to be on here. But thank you for being here. Let's go Meerkats. Ernest McCrae, what's up, people? Checking in from Arizona. Thank you so much for being here. And Robert says that BCS is the right answer. So we're going to see. Okay. All right, on to the fun stuff. So my Dynamic Duos podcast, I wanted to do this to kind of showcase couples and families that take the time out to enjoy and explore hobbies together. My first question, Robert says, we could have, I'll let her know. Thanks, Ashley. Yes. And I will definitely be happy to do it again for you. All right. So get my questions up. So Which one is the hot one to start off with? Should partners try to get involved in each other's hobbies, or is it better to keep them separate?
I guess. Sorry, go ahead if you want to go ahead first.
Are we writing these down, or are we just answering off?
Oh no, these are you're answering out loud. I have a special thing we're going to do later with the paper.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think it entirely depends on the hobby. Like, I'm not going to sit there and try to get my husband to embroider with me while I'm watching TV, but because it's not a very participatory activity, unless you just happen to be in a knitting circle. But I think that when it comes to, like, for us, like, we very early on started playing video games together because that was already an individual hobby for the two of us. So then it became, okay, like, what games can we start playing together? Or what game can I spectate that he plays because I'm too much of a wuss to play the game myself, like that sort of stuff. Or in the case of football, or in the case of the SFL, like, I'm going to take up so much of my time that you have no choice, and therefore I'm going to gently bully you into doing this with me because you like sports.
Guilty.
But it works. It works, though. Alex, what are your thoughts on that?
So yeah, I'm very grateful that my wife doesn't bully me into while she watches West Wing for the 8th time. It's great that we have. We also have a dynamic where, since we both work from home, we work 8 feet from each other. So some things we do together, some things we do separate. It depends on what we are doing and what interest the respective other party has.
We basically have to schedule breaks away from each other because otherwise we're just constantly around each other.
Yeah. Okay. And that's interesting. That's interesting. Go ahead.
So it's honestly, there's a few things that I do every week that are like, there's things that I will normally do on Thursdays. I'll game with a bunch of buddies, and she's welcome to join in on that if it's a game that she also has. But there's also, I do trading card games with my friends, and that is something that she has absolutely no interest in, does not give any fucks whatsoever. And I appreciate that she is more than happy to just cook dinner with me. We can, and then we eat food, and I go off and play my card games, and then she goes to embroider and watch whatever show she's got on now. It's not West Wing every time, I promise.
Nothing wrong with West Wing.
Nothing at all.
House was actually not. I used to love to watch House. Love that. But so same question, Angela and Derek.
You can start.
Go. I think it's definitely, there's a lot of hobbies that her and I have together. Most of them hobbies that I had originally, and then she joined in. When we first started dating, I've always been a big D&D player, and she never had any interest in it. And then she started to go with me while we played D&D, and then she's like, well, I might as well play it since I'm already going with you. And then the first season I had in the SFL in the minors, we 2 games in, and she's like, I gotta do this too, you know. And but it is nice. There's several things that we have that's separate. That's nice to have. That way, it's not, you have your own things, you know, where you're not just constantly spending time with them, and you have that away time.
Yeah, it's nice that he hangs out in the basement, has his own time thing. I hang out upstairs, you know, and it's nice. And then we have he's got a PlayStation, I've got an Xbox, so we play video games, you know, cross-play action when it comes to video games. And, you know, we do co-op games all the time. That's fun. Board games are fun. We do camping, like, is one another of our hobbies that we love to do. But then again, like you said, we like our space apart from each other as well because we need that.
So you don't get sick of each other.
Right.
Exactly. Now, Chloe, this is interesting. So how do you feel about actually being involved in the hobby that your parents are in? Like, is that a thing with you? Or are you like, hey, it's, they're cool. This doesn't matter. What are your thoughts?
I just recently learned how to play D&D.
Okay.
And I go camping with them.
And this, and then
And
SFL.
then-
And this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's slowly learning stuff that we enjoy to do and is trying to take part as much as she can with them.
Definitely. And listen, cherish those moments because there's going to be a point to where they just don't want to have nothing to do with you. You're like, you know what? I'm going over here with my friends. I'm going to be on the phone. And then you're looking like, come talk to me.
Oh, she's already there. She's already there sometimes.
Yeah. What is that?
We're D&D
Oh, that's
players.
your thing.
Roll for initiative, nerds.
Yeah.
That's my.
This is a custom dice bag.
I love it. My daughter plays D&D. She actually has her sessions at school and with her friends. Doug Day checking in. Meerkat. Oh, nice.
I have one of those dice trays too. So does Angela.
Yep.
Same
The
kind of.
exact same dice trays.
This is my favorite set of dice.
Is it heavy?
So heavy, solid metal all the way through.
Yeah.
It
I've
goes
seen some of those.
Showing our
Like-
D&D collection now.
Like I would damage my wood dining table if I rolled it without this dice roller right here. Clunk.
I will not show you all of my dice because otherwise it will take 20 minutes.
Hey,
Same.
you know what?
Same.
It's crazy. It's crazy because I actually might do a D&D show. There's a lot of people that are actually into D&D that are in the league. And I'm sure they would love to see all that. I'm sure my daughter would love to do something like that.
I
too.
always thought that it would be smart to do to have a scheduled one shot at the conference.
Yeah.
You could at the convention. Absolutely.
All right, fine. I'll fucking run one. God. All right. Meerkats, are y'all going to be in Baltimore?
Most likely, I think we plan to.
Okay. Well, hope you got your classes ready.
I always got at least 3 characters made up.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get some.
I've got my go-tos.
All right, we'll get some going. And AJ, as the reason that this beautiful, terrible thing is coming to go together, your presence is required.
Absolutely. I
Good.
can't be a DM, but I'll sit there and watch. I promise you.
Oh no! We're going to hand you a sheet, and we're going to hand you some dice, and you're going to roll. Come on now. You are the quarterback for the Arizona Scorpions. You're a host to multiple podcast shows, and you're a shrinking violet here. You're a wallflower. Come on.
Listen,
Come on.
you got to see me roll die. When she tried to get me to roll, she was like, "Oh, mommy, if you roll this, then that means you'll be able to attack, and knock him out. But if you don't roll that, then you're gonna die." Oh,
We'll get you a dice caddy. We'll get you a dice caddy. It'll be fine. We'll have someone roll for you.
Chloe just loves chopping people's heads off when she plays, so she's good at that.
watch out for that one. You might lose your.
That's her go-to.
Got it. I'm serious though. We're definitely going to set that up, and I'm going to have an SFL Nights where I talk to all my D&D players, and they can give us some more information about it. I promise you. But for now, I want to know about the SFL and how does it feel to actually be involved in the simulation football league? Actually, like when your game is on, right? Do you guys set up like snacks? Is it like a big thing where you kind of treating it like an NFL game day where you're making food, or are you just like what is that experience like? Hold on before you answer that. She'll trip over herself trying to roll the dice.
Eddie, so disrespectful. So
See,
disrespectful.
You
got to prove him wrong now.
He don't even know how to roll die. He tried to talk to me anyway.
Don't tell him he doesn't know how to roll dice. He's going to say somebody he knows. No, you know what? I'm gonna leave that joke at home.
But Alex and Zena, so what is a game day like at your house?
Well, if I am getting to watch my own game,
As opposed to casting his own game.
well, I don't get to cast my own games.
You don't get
in
to
the
cast
pros.
your own games in the pros, but
I do. I have casted a couple in the minors, but when I'm not casting a game that's right next to a minors game, which has happened more times than it hasn't this season, is I am in here in the office because this is where one of the bigger TVs is, and it also has direct access to the outside. So the dog, my son, my furry son, who is ever a temperamental mess, can come and go as he pleases. And I'm also away from the rest of the house when I yell.
I brought the mascot.
Oh my God.
I love it. I want that.
There,
Alex?
There.
Zena, where's your mascots? Y'all bring.
we don't have one.
What do you mean?
Okay, well, I suppose. You're not no.
We can't exactly we don't have anything to set him on.
Hey, that works.
Put your shoulder like a parrot. Cerberus.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't expecting you to pull out anything, so that was.
Oh, on our fireplace. Our fireplace.
Why are you outing me right now?
Everyone who knows what squishmallows are. Oh, we're gonna make it worse. I'm getting a visual aid.
I'm so sorry, Zena. I didn't know it was gonna be like this, dear. I'm so sorry.
Honestly, I've been with this man for over 11 years. I should have guessed something like this was gonna happen. Well, you didn't grab one of the Pokemon?
Well, because the Pokemon are self-explanatory. This one is a little different. So Squishmallows,
Okay.
big old stuffed pillows. They're cute. They have cute
I love
faces. My entire mantle is covered in Pokemon Squishmallows. Next to the mantle, there is a laundry basket full of Squishmallows.
It's not even a laundry basket. It's specifically just for Squishmallows.
Oh, excuse me.
I thought it was just to house the Squishmallows.
Okay.
It's not used for anything else.
It is the size of the laundry basket. It is the Squishmallow basket. That is its sole purpose in life. There are more Squishmallows in our bedroom.
Oh, Robert. Horseshoe would never hear of this. Uh-oh. You have a Oh my God. Y'all are too much. I can only imagine. I can only imagine what it's like off screen.
Yeah, really, it just means that anybody that comes over to our house is going to be really comfortable.
That's it.
That's
Great
true.
idea. You don't need a seat. Here you go. Take this.
I got mini bean bags for everybody.
You do.
So, what is the vibe like in a Meerkat's household when it's game day? Ooh, what is it like when y'all getting ready to play indie?
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it wasn't this year.
Yeah.
We didn't do very well against Sydney this year,
No.
but we just set up in the basement. Chloe sometimes watches, but sometimes she's hanging out with friends or something. So she tries to watch as much as she can,
I just walked upstairs.
or she watches upstairs.
There you go.
But we call
Yeah.
it the Meerkat Den down in the basement. So we have our little mascot Max. We named him. So, but yeah, we just kind of hang out down there in our voice chat with our team half the time.
No, you named it that. We
Okay.
didn't all get a group. We just named it that.
But yeah, we just kind of hang out there and BS in the group chat and just kind of, yeah, it's a fun dynamic and it's a lot of fun just yelling at the screen half the time.
I know I've scared my children plenty of times. Wondering, hey, is mommy okay? Yes, dear. I just threw an interception. I threw the ball to the wrong sweetheart. That's all. So what happens when one partner or one person feels left out or left out of a hobby that you may have taken interest in, how do you deal with that? Do you quit that hobby because it's making them feel left out? Do you try to incorporate them in that hobby? How do you handle that? And I'll start with you first, the Meerkats on this one.
I kind of I don't really, if I feel left out, obviously I'll express my feelings and say, hey, if you want to do your thing, that's fine. Just let you know that I'll just be upstairs doing something else. Then it's not the end of the world if we're not doing anything or we're not hanging out together. But overall, it doesn't really bug me too much if I'm left out of something that he enjoys doing. Like he'll go have his guy nights, or he'll, go hang out with his buddies and stuff, and I'll have my girl nights. So we kind of make it equal.
Or you hang out with me.
Or I hang out with Chloe.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
I mean, we're both kind of homebodies, so there's not a lot of that. I mean, I think more often it's okay, I'm going to go in the basement tonight because we need a day away from each other and to kind of have that time away. So it's more often we want to be left out than it's than feeling bad about being left out.
Yeah.
Usually, if they do something together, I just go upstairs. And
Yeah.
do my own thing.
Well, and it's one of those things where, and Angela knows that I'm a huge homebody, and half the time, if she's going to do something and she leaves me out, I go, that's fine with me.
I'm a social butterfly. He's not so much.
There's that balance there. Okay. I like it. So Zena and Alex.
She'll be talking to everybody.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you get to answer this one first of all. What happens when you feel left out?
Oh, I very loudly complain and make it known. I don't want to get away with it. And I think part of that comes from in the past I used to be more concerned about not bothering him when he's doing what he likes to do, and then I had to realize to myself, wait, I am something he likes to do and spend time with. So clearly I just need to tell him whenever I'm feeling left out. And so now at this point, it's very much sometimes I'll let him know gently, and I'm just hey, I haven't really actually seen you in a hot minute, so can we maybe schedule a date or something? And then other times I will very playfully throw a fit like a child, and kind of demand him to cut something off right then and there. But that's very rare, and it's only ever happens whenever a game is pausable or something. I'm not a criminal like that.
So you don't do a GTA or anything where you just
right. No, I'm not about to interrupt an unpausable game. If he did that to me, I think I'd probably punch him.
You have.
So yeah, but I don't think that it's not a huge problem anymore, and I think part of it is simply because we both work from home now. So if we just want to spend time together, all we have to do is take 15 minutes and just stop working for a second and just talk, and then that's it. Before it was difficult because even though we were working at the same company, we were working in different departments during different schedules, so it was rough seeing each other and actually carving out time for not only recharge time for ourselves, but also to keep our relationship running. So that's just not really an issue anymore.
I was also pulling
unbelievable overtime hours.
I was regularly pulling something like 20 to 40 hours of overtime a week, 2 to 3 times a month. So I just did not have a lot of time where I was not working or trying to recover from working. So work-life balance has been a lot better, which has in turn made our ability to communicate with each other and make time for each other a lot easier. But even then, in the rare instances where it's I have, at this point, I would say it's more often she feels left out when I'm going to go do something and I hadn't already planned on including her in it. And then she gets a little bit of FOMO and she decides she wants to go. An example being like whenever I want to go to a brewery to go get a drink and maybe some food, I'm no longer planning to ever go alone. Because there's been a few complaints when I've gone alone. She's like, "Why did you go without me?" I'm like, "Because you don't normally drink a lot of beer." What do you mean? So it's like we've had the benefit of being together, married for 7 years, been together for over a decade, is that we have a lot of history of play and a lot of history in play fighting with each other to keep all these conversations very open and honest, and it's very easy for her to have a little tantrum and say, "I want to go to the brewery with you," because then it's cute and I remember it, and now we have a new date spot.
And now he calls me a barnacle.
But it's not wrong.
Aw. I want to know, what do you think the biggest factor of keeping your relationship strong and your family dynamic strong? Especially in times like this, Who want to start that one?
It's very easy for us to answer the relationship part of things because we're just a 2-person family. So like the family dynamic to us is just as endemic to our own, day-to-day life.
It's you. Are you good? And I'm good. Then we're good. Cool.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's also the fact that there's something that I heard once that really stuck with me, and it's that love is a choice and love is work, because love cannot be coasted on. You need to work to maintain that love. You need to make sure that you are showing your partner in the way that they prefer to be shown that they are loved and valued. And you need to be receiving that as well. But when you are both able to give to each other, it's easier to, notice what the other person is doing for you. And it's easy, and you appreciate it more. So it's important that both parties be showing that love and respect for each other. And also the other half to the equation is communication. Because if you have a rock solid foundation of love for each other that is built upon, and open, healthy lines of communication and ways to talk about even the most uncomfortable of topics openly with each other, then your relationship will survive anything and everything, as long as everything is based in those two things: love and open, honest communication.
I like it.
It's worked for us so far.
If you want to throw something at Doug the next time you see him.
Yeah, sure. Any excuse to throw something at Doug.
All right then. Who's next?
I would say, piggyback off that, communication is what I would have said. I mean, there's the most important thing you can do is to tell the other person, be it like if I tell Angela or Chloe tell me, or Angela tell me how they're feeling, if I'm doing something that's making them feel not seen or not heard or a certain way, letting me know right away so we can curve that and not make it be something bigger than it is. And I feel like that's the biggest thing, because there's a lot of things in a relationship, any kind of relationship, that can be overcome by just talking it out and communicating how you're feeling.
I agree. Communication is definitely key, and I think that if you can just clearly state how you're feeling about something, it'll definitely open a lot of doors for you. It was one I was thinking of. Oh, follow-up question. So, like Alex and Zena, you both spend. I'm not sure if the Meerkat spend as much time, but you guys will work together. Like, you're constantly together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all okay? Like, does it ever become like, okay, like, we need some time, or has that not happened for you?
It's been something that it's evolved. Like it was something that we've been doing for so long that now for us it's natural.
Okay.
We've been working at the same company or following each other to companies right up until this most recent job where both of us are now working from home. So
at different companies.
So even though we're at different companies, we're both still sharing the same office space.
Yeah.
But with 7 years of practice, you learn a lot of tips, you learn a lot of tricks, you learn how to figure out a lot of things for each other and for yourselves. At first, it was very much, we were in the exact same department. My desk was behind hers. So like it was a near constant state of ability to interact with and to some degree necessary to interact with her.
But we also didn't live together at the time.
We didn't, but we also kind of did because
did.
She was.
I was half living with him and still half living with my parents.
Okay.
It was weird.
It was an hour. It was an hour drive. It was an hour and a half drive from her house to the office, and like 45 minutes from the apartment that I was at. So that was where we first started to learn what it was both to live with each other and also to be in such close, constant proximity to each other. We learned a lot of things about how we learned how to not communicate at first and how much space we both needed and what that balance was like. But it was all very tough to figure out, but we were patient with each other because we both knew what was going on because we had that fundamental lesson of open communication to each other. We both were able to quickly identify when we were being very irritable and waspy with each other because we had been around each other so much. It's like, okay, we just need to take a break from each other for a little bit. You're going to watch your shows. I'm going to play some video games behind you. We're going to be in the same room because we're not mad at each other. We just need to not interact tonight because today at work was crap for both of us. And the next day we're fine. We're back to watching. We're back to cooking together. We're eating together. We're hanging out and doing whatever. Not that we're going out places because we didn't have money, but we're vibing in the apartment space, figuring out stuff as new move-ins, but not new relationships. So,
or it's, hey, I'm going on vacation with your mother.
Yeah, that too. She takes cruises with my mom, by the way. Yeah, whenever the finances are right.
Hey, that is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a very lucky man. The two most important women in my life get along famously. I'm a very lucky man.
Yes, you are. I've witnessed some of those. It's not pretty, but it's the other side. So kudos to y'all. So Derek and Angela, do y'all find yourself? Do you guys work together? You don't.
So we work in the same company, but recently they changed. She kind of works in the front end of things. I work on the production end of things. But now she's in a different building. We used to work in the same building before COVID, and it's definitely one of those things where you have to, when you come home, get that separation from each other, or else it is kind of, okay, I see you 24/7, you know. That way you get a chance to appreciate them more by not being next to them all the time. Because if you're when we're together constantly, you start to appreciate them less when you are with them.
Okay. Chloe, you want to get away from your parents?
Sometimes.
You know, when you're a teen, you know, sometimes it's like you have these thoughts and these wishes. And I was just wondering, like, do you ever have those dreams about ever having your own place and being able to come back and say, hey, mom and dad, you know, look at me, I did this.
Sometimes I'm like scared to get like a house when I get older because like I'm by myself, you know. Like,
yeah, life can be scary. My daughter's the same way. You hit that. Well, she's 17. So she's turning 17 in actually about a week. Dang. So she's been having those thoughts of, oh man, what is it like when out there, and I'm going to be doing this by myself. I'm like, I'll definitely be there to guide you. And your parents will always be there to guide you too, It's just try to learn and try to stay your age and do things within your age group as much as you can, because adulting is not fun. You can't go backwards. So
I
hear that a lot.
I've had this conversation with her almost every day, I feel like.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Oh, but you're gonna pick your job. And you don't
All right, so let's move on to the game. Go ahead. All right, guys, let's get our paper and our pencils ready. And
get the eye black game faces on.
Markers. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test how well that you guys know each other. How long have you been married, Alex and Zena?
Married or together?
We've been married for 7.5 years. We've been together for almost 12.
Okay, let's do it together. That's a long time, 12 years. Okay. And Derek?
We've been married for 4 years and been together for 8.
Because Chloe's actually Angela's stepdaughter.
Yep, Chloe's my stepdaughter.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Would never have guessed.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
not at all. You look alike, seriously. I love it. So now it's not. I think y'all should. Okay, I want y'all to kind of sit with your back towards each other so you can't see how you're writing, or just get in the way so that you can't see each other writing. Okay?
Chair back to chair back.
You will have 5 seconds to answer this question, and I got to see it. I'm gonna count to 5, and you got to put it up so I can see it. The first question now, with Derek and Chloe and Angela, y'all is going to be a little different, but it's still similar. Okay, I want to know, what was the date that you got married, and when is your spouse's birthday? Oh, wait, don't write it yet. I'm gonna give you the thing. Chloe, I want to know. You need to tell me when your mom and your dad's birthdays are. And you have 5 seconds to write it down. Ready? Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Oh, press it down. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna start with Chloe first. Chloe, when is your mom's? Let me see what you got first. Okay. Put it. Okay. So when is your mom's birthday?
March 19th is my birthday.
When is dad's? Uh-oh.
Wait. I got it wrong. It's July 8th.
No.
18.
I saw the one there, Chloe. Chloe, I saw the one there.
There's a J too. There's a J.
No, that was the one I was trying to help you. Okay. Derek, Angela, I want to see your answers.
Oh. I even got the years down. Yeah.
Uh-oh. So when is your anniversary? When's your anniversary?
May 30th, 2020. Yep. So Derek got it right.
Okay. And what was the
Derek got my birthday wrong. It's not May. It's March.
Oh, I wrote. I don't know numbers.
So what happened was I saw it in there.
I put June 8th.
Fail. You fail.
Just give me 5 seconds. I'm trying to figure out the number of months.
Okay.
That is what they call in the card in the card playing biz a whiff.
Yes.
That couch is looking pretty comfy for you tonight, there, baby.
I got her.
Hey, bro, I'll email. I mean, I'll mail you some extra pillows, man. I'm sorry. Alex and Zena, let me see your answers.
So this is technically PII, but I trust you.
Okay. So when did you guys get married?
April 23rd, 2017.
Okay. When is his birthday?
April 10th, 92.
When is her birthday?
December 11th, 91.
Okay, boy, you. Whew.
And yes, we are correct.
Okay. Oh my gosh. And here's Doug, always being extra. Hold on. Of course, Ashley's going to ask for their social security numbers next.
Oh, Doug.
See, extra.
My routing number is the code mortgage is 1234.
Okay. So next question for you all. I'm trying to think of something that would be good for all three of you too. Let me see something. So, favorite color. I would like Chloe. I know you're doing double. You know what? That's not fair. I want you guys to know what Chloe's favorite color is, as well as your own.
I know it.
Figure out which one it is today.
What is it?
Wait.
What am I doing?
So you're guessing both of their favorite color. They're gonna guess your favorite color, and you have 5 seconds to do it.
Which one?
Ready, set, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
I'm just
Guess is down.
No, Chloe's and mine.
Chloe's and yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Alex and Zena.
So
what,
you asked,
Alex? Let me see
you
yours
asked
for
me-
you, Alex.
You've asked me to guess an artist's favorite color. Fortunately for me, she's a goth, so I can always say that black has to be on the list. But the other ones are going to be teal and purple as two of her other favorite colors, because I'm not allowed to answer one or else I'm wrong.
Oh, okay. So, was he
Am I
right,
able to-
Zena?
I said black.
You did?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, his favorite color is green. Specifically, if I was going to pick the specific color, it would be British racing green.
Yes, indeed.
That is really specific.
I have been very specific about loving that color and wanting a car in that color and wanting clothes in that color and wanting many, many, many things in that color close to that shade. I think it's a very beautiful shade to have. And when you see it on a car, it just...
His hair was that color a few months ago.
It was. In fact, when I was on your show getting my hair did, it was for that color.
That was for that color.
It was.
Huh. Now I have to go watch that episode just so I can see what color it was. But all right. So, Angela, what is Chloe and Derek's favorite color?
Like I said, Chloe's. I have pink right now, but I don't think that's right.
It's not pink anymore.
And it was like last week. It was pink. I swear to God. And then Derek's is blue, but it's a very specific shade of blue.
What shade of blue?
It's an indigo blue.
There we go.
That he loves.
You know, y'all are very specific with these colors. You know.
For Dad, I put green, and then for Angela, I put purple.
Yeah.
You said you've been loving green lately.
Blue is not my favorite color though.
Gosh.
I put blue for Chloe and purple for Angela.
Yeah, there you go. What kind of blue?
Baby blue. Boom.
Okay. Prepared. I love it.
You can't just change your answers.
Don't be changing answers. I'm watching y'all. Okay, last one. If
Get it open.
If your partner could have one meal for the rest of their life, what is it? Derek, what do you think? What do you think Chloe and Angela want? Chloe, what do you think Angela and Derek wants for the rest of their life? That one meal.
How specific do you want it? How specific do you want it?
You impress me, and be specific as you can.
I want you to see this woman's face as she.
I
does
don't know
not
what
look
you're
at
gonna write.
Oh, bullshit!
I really don't.
Okay.
I'm not joking.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay. I gave you a little extra time on that one because it's probably a whole list of ingredients. Chicken tenders and Twinkies at the same time, Doug? Come on, man. I don't know about that flavor profile, bro. Okay. Zenny, you good, dear? You still?
We're ready.
Oh.
They're writing a novel, apparently.
She's
I'm
good.
good.
Okay.
He had to go get the recipe
apparently, no,
card.
he's writing a novel.
He had to go get the recipe
He's getting
card.
real specific up in here, and I'm just like entree inside.
Okay. Really curious. So, Angela, Derek's only meal for the rest of his life is?
Okay, for Derek, I have chicken wings. He loves his chicken wings because it's whatever. And then for Chloe, I put sushi.
Oh, she right?
Angela got sushi right.
Oh, dang it.
Uh-oh.
Did I get chicken wings right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I got them both right. I knew it.
Uh-oh, Derek messed up. What you put there?
I did pasta and pasta because they both love pasta.
Pasta's pretty good.
Pasta.
I put.
Man doesn't put rigatoni, doesn't put angel hair, doesn't even specify if it's spaghetti, rigatoni, or ravioli, just pasta.
To be fair, Angela doesn't care. If it's
I
pasta.
can tell which one in the family. I can tell who cooks in the family. We're trying to say who doesn't cook.
Actually,
he's the cook.
I'm the cook.
I had to. I love it.
What'd you put?
Oh, boy.
Pizza for you, and then I put pasta for Angela.
Yeah.
I should have put chicken wings.
I love pizza too. So
Okay, so she get the point then?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Derek, so far, I'm worried about you, dear. Definitely gonna send you those pillows. Alex and Zena. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to stay the novel for last. But
Yeah.
Zena, what did you write? What is
I
his
wrote
favorite meal?
Spicy fried chicken with red beans and rice and Big Red.
Ooh.
I can't say that's not sounding like a delicious way to live the rest of my life. I can't be mad at it. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Every other night. What do you want? Fried chicken.
Spicy specifically, and if
Spicy
it's not
fried chicken.
and if it's not spicy, I'm gonna throw hot sauce on it.
So is it you talking about Popeyes?
Popeyes is something we got today, actually.
Yeah.
Tell me you've had Popeyes before, though.
No.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
of course.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This woman.
No. You just called me out on what I had for lunch today.
Okay. But that spicy fried chicken, that's the only place I know that I can get it, and that's it's done right.
That's a shame.
No, we have much better places down here, lady.
Maybe, I don't know if I'm moving all the way over there where y'all at, just to some fried chicken.
It's okay. At some point, we're going to be in the same place at the same time, and I'm going to have chicken in a deep fryer, and we can make some things happen. You don't need to have the restaurant to have space to have delicious spicy fried chicken. You don't.
Indeed.
All
But I
right,
am
now-
curious to see what you wrote.
He really did write like I think 5 different things.
So I'm not going to show it to the camera at first because I want the
I
camera
caught
to
a
be
glimpse.
focused on
I caught a
her
glimpse.
and her shame. So 20 McDonald's chicken nuggets, 2 barbecue, and 2 ranch for sauce. a large unsweet tea, easy ice, a large or small fry, depending on how she's feeling that day. It's a game time decision. And if she's getting the small fry, she's always getting the ice cream sundae.
To dip the fries in the sundae?
Oh my God. This is her McDonald's order.
Listen. It's a comfort meal. It's dependable. It's the same everywhere I go. I don't have to think about it.
I think I got it.
If I don't know what else to eat, that's what I can eat. It takes me a long time to eat it, which means I don't want to snack later. Like,
so for the rest of your life, I have hit it on the head.
That was dope. Not only did you
What's
get
up,
the
EJ?
you got the two sauces, not one, but two sauces. I love it.
Yes, you got to dip it in the barbecue first, and then the ranch.
No, I don't understand it.
I understand it because that's how I did my chicken nuggets is barbecue and ranch.
Thank you.
You are not alone. Congratulations.
I've never tried it, but if I buy some 20-piece nuggets and I try it and I don't like it,
it's my
I
fault.
use sweet and sour and ranch.
Sweet and sour ranch is Chloe's go-to.
Oh no. Together?
Huh.
You know what? That's fine. To each their own. I used to eat banana mayonnaise sandwiches growing up, so you know.
That is a thing. I actually saw that. I was wondering who would.
Me. I did.
So is it good though?
I don't remember. Well, let's put it this way. I ate a lot of them whenever I was younger. I don't eat them now. I can't imagine I'd want to eat one now. But I must have eaten them. I mean, they must have been good at the time because I ate a lot of them.
Hey, for you to remember, absolutely. I might try that on the show one day, and then I'm gonna dedicate it to you. If I don't like it, I'm gonna let you know. But if I do dedicate it, I'm gonna name it after you. That's not
it's still your fault.
Either way. So I have a question from the chat before I let you go. Doug wants to know, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much fun is Chloe having in the SFL?
10.
10? Cool.
Why is that? You want to elaborate on that?
Do you need to blink twice if you need help?
No.
So what?
Yeah.
What makes it a fun place for you? What makes it a fun place for you to be?
Help me.
What makes it a fun place for you? Everybody in the team?
Yeah.
Yeah, just having a nice team to come to and talk to, other people to talk to and stuff.
Exactly.
Honestly, that's the reason why a lot of us are here, dear. We're here because we love the people that we are around as our teammates, or you either have you love the community, you just like just being around people. So
yeah,
it's a good
thing. The locker room definitely makes her feel very comfortable on a daily basis, and she comes in guns a-blazing at times too, just ripping on dad if she needs to in the chats in there. But she makes it, she always comes in with a smile on her face and is ready to go on game days and just happy all around.
I love it. Well, I want to thank you all so much for taking your time out of your busy days and your busy nights to come and hang out with me and get to know more of you. I do want to have another show like this with different questions. But if you're welcome to come back on, even if it's for a show like this or just in any other capacity, I would love to have you guys on. It's always fun meeting new faces and, reuniting with people I haven't been on the show in years. Angela, Derek, I'm looking at y'all. But this was fun. I want to know, are there any closing words, anything else you want to say before I let you go? And I'll start with the Meerkats. Anything you want to let people know? Looks like you got teammates in the chat too.
Yeah, I mean, I love the support from seeing the teammates. BJ, Robert, they're in the chat right now. Doug, I mean, you're not a teammate, but we still love you. We got your wife on the team, But overall, it's just a fun group, and I just love being on your show, Ashley. Like you just make things so fun and loving, and you always make things so positive, and I love that about it. So yeah, I can't wait for the upcoming season, and hopefully we make the playoffs again this year. And
we're making the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
Join
okay,
SFL.
we are gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, you never won a division, absolutely.
Uh-huh.
So,
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry.
and just can't wait to get more sacks this season too, and hopefully see Derek get his first interception, maybe.
How many times have we not won the division? I don't remember.
I love
Yeah,
Yuck it up, big feet. Yuck it up.
No, shout out the team. I love everybody in that team. At locker rooms, fun as heck. I enjoy every day being in that locker room. And I think that Chloe's making a great case for Rookie of the Year, if I'm being honest.
Indeed. Okay, Chloe, what do you have to say about that?
I know I'm the best.
That's great. So, say it again. Well, pleasure. I was so glad y'all had a good time, and of course, it's always a pleasure talking to you and just hanging out with you. And don't be a stranger. You have my number. You have my DM. You have this platform. If you ever want to share, I'm here for you. Okay.
Appreciate it.
Anytime. Zena, Alex. Any last words? Number 2 is a division.
Someone go tell Stephen Black to check his DMs from my wife because he's been slacking. Other things to say is just that I love being here on the show. It's a blast, and I love my wife for putting up with my current ongoing obsession with this league, and for jumping in with me with both feet, and for enabling and aiding and abetting my desire to go to all these conventions rather than holding back on the idea or doing anything other than being ride or die with me. And it's the best. It wouldn't be as fun here without you, and I'm glad you're here.
Ditto.
Aww. So sweet.
That's my closing word.
You want to get more out of her, you get her on the show separate from me, I promise. She's very talkative. I just tend to take up a room sometimes.
No, it's so good. Don't worry, I'll have a girls' night only, and I'll have, we'll have our time. Trust me. Okay. Zena, anything that you wanted to, any closing remarks? By the way, I can't wait to see you running stats, doing stats, joining the stats.
Oh, yeah. What's that about?
So the league actually has stats. I've been doing some of that.
I cannot.
You would literally be connecting into the games live, and you would be partly responsible for marking down either on offense or defense who's making tackles, if it's tackles for loss, sacks, interceptions, time of possession, the passing yards, all that's tracked.
Oh, I'm so good at that.
Yeah, so.
Alex, you're on the broadcast team, bro. How do you not? And she loves stats. She loves numbers. How?
I don't like math.
Oh,
but I like statistics.
Like stats.
Yes.
To explain why are you just now telling her about this?
So here's the difference. Stats, you see percentage, you see what derives from a number, because it's just number plus number with number, and it's all fairly simple and straightforward. Math very quickly stops just being numbers as soon as you hit algebra. And
that's true.
Zena realized very early on in college, because you were going to school for what, weather? Meteorology. Meteorology is where you start really fucking with imaginary numbers and with crazy amounts of.
I think the question was, why didn't you tell me about this?
I misheard.
You're going on in tangents.
Then I misheard things. I have hearing damage. Sorry.
Yeah. I thought you was trying to circumvent that question. But I was how
right?
she just not.
Like he's trying to get around it. It's like, well, you see, it's really her fault because
it just slipped your mind. You can say it. It's
with
okay.
With how much I brag on how much I love her and how many awesome things she does, some things slip.
That's it.
One of many counts.
I'll take that answer. I'll take that.
So it's still my fault.
Yeah. It's all, I told her whenever we started dating, I said the words to her, it's always going to be your fault.
Well, we win the lottery. Yep, it's your fault.
Yep.
Yeah. Because she's the one she's the one picking the numbers for sure. That's what happens. It's
Clearly. There you go. Hey, well, thank y'all so much again for chilling out with me. I really appreciate it, y'all. This means a lot. And yeah, I'm looking forward to y'all seeing what you guys can do for Lexington and for Minnesota for the rest of the season, and how deeply involved all of you are going to continue to get into the league. It's going to be a really interesting adventure to see how you guys grow. So good luck to you and the best of luck. All right.
Bye.
Now we get to leave.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
All right, everybody. I want to thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope that you enjoyed the podcast. I hope that you enjoyed the interviews. I hope that you enjoyed Story Time and the interview from Jason Miller. I had fun again doing that. Can't wait to bring you another great podcast next week, y'all. But until then, y'all stay safe. You treat each other well. For Zena, Alex, Chloe, Angela, and Derek Stryker, we're out. And if you have any show ideas that you would like to pitch to me, so I can get, have some more ideas about what you guys would like to see, topics that you would like for me to cover, I'll be more than happy to add those to the show as well, just like I did the story time that was kind of talked about on the Streaks of Talking last week. So, but don't forget to put your goodbyes in the chat, and I'm going to play you out. Let's see, what am I going to play? I like this one. Y'all have a good night, okay?
She said, it's so hard to reach you. Don't know what you're really looking for. Tell me if you need to. Tell me I'm the one you're looking for. I wanna be see-through. Transparency when you look at me. You know I can teach you everything. Are you hearing me? Choose 9/11, baby. It don't got no rule. Places like Tulum, Cancun. Total fitness like you at Bally's. Hit it once and I take you straight out to Paris. Yeah, I want it all. You and more. It's so hard to reach. Don't know what you're really looking for. Tell me if you need to. Tell me I'm the one you're looking for. I wanna be see-through. Transparency when you look at me. You know I can teach you everything. Are you hearing me? It's so hard to reach.